I always thought my life was perfect. I mean, if you asked anyone, they'd probably say I had it all. A great job, a beautiful wife, a nice apartment. Everything looked right on the outside. Lena was everything to me. I could see us growing old together, building our future one day at a time. It wasn't just about love, it was about trust. And I trusted her with everything I had. We had dreams, big ones. We'd talk about our future late at night, wrapped up in the quiet warmth of our apartment. We'll travel the world, she'd say. Just you and me, making memories. I believed every word, but that's what it was, just words. The truth, the reality, came crashing down like a wave hitting the shore without warning. I'd never seen it coming. The whole thing started so innocently, with a strange feeling I couldn't shake. A late night at work, a few too many unanswered texts, the way she'd glance at her phone and quickly look away whenever I walked in. It wasn't the first time I'd felt suspicious, but it was the first time I couldn't ignore it that day. Everything changed. I was scrolling through my email when a message popped up on her phone. Just sitting there on the kitchen counter, I didn't mean to look, but something made me do it. There it was. A message from Mark. The subject line, "Can't wait to see you tonight." I stared at it, trying to convince myself that it was nothing, that maybe I was overthinking. But the more I read, the more my gut twisted, a cold feeling growing in my chest. I waited. I waited for the right moment to confront her, for the calm in my mind to match the storm in my heart. But the moment didn't come. I couldn't breathe, couldn't focus. Everything I thought I knew was collapsing. When she walked in that night, smiling like nothing was wrong, I felt like I was suffocating. "Hey, babe," she said, brushing past me and throwing her purse on the couch. "How was your day?" "Don't lie to me, Lena," I said, my voice trembling before I even realized it. "I know about Mark." She froze, her back to me before turning slowly, her face pale. "What? What are you talking about?" she asked, her voice too calm, too rehearsed. I didn't want to say the words out loud, but they came anyway. The texts, the messages, the lies. My voice cracked, and for a moment, I hated myself for sounding so weak. But I couldn't stop. "You've been cheating on me, haven't you?" The silence between us felt like an eternity. She stood there, motionless, and for a brief second, I thought maybe I was wrong. Maybe I'd misunderstood. But then her face fell, and I knew. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I didn't want to hurt you." I laughed bitterly. "Didn't want to hurt me? You've already done that. What's worse than this?" My voice was rising, but I couldn't help it. "How long, Lena? How long has this been going on?" Her eyes filled with tears, and she stepped forward, reaching out like she wanted to touch me, but I stepped back. I couldn't let her. "Not now. It's been months, Evan," she said, the words slicing through the air like a knife. "I never meant for it to happen. It just did." I felt something snap inside of me. All the love, all the trust I'd poured into this woman gone. Just like that. I looked at her, really looked at her, and all I could see was the stranger she'd become. "So what now? You just leave?" She nodded, her hands trembling. I don't think I can stay here anymore. I need to go." The weight of her words hit me like a train. She was leaving. The woman I'd given everything to, the woman I thought I'd build a life with, was walking out the door. "Go then," I said, my voice low. "But know this, when you walk out that door, you're not just leaving me. You're leaving everything we had. Everything we built. I don't know what I expected, but not this." She didn't argue, didn't even try to fix it. She just nodded and walked out of the room, collecting her things. I stood there, feeling the emptiness creep in. My mind kept replaying every moment, every word, every smile I'd shared with her. How could I have been so blind? I could feel my heart breaking, piece by piece. It wasn't just the betrayal that hurt, it was the realization that I never really knew her at all. I wanted to scream, to punch something, anything, to let it all out. But instead, I just sat there, empty, alone. My life, our life shattered, and just like that, everything I thought I knew was gone. My world was falling apart. I had no idea how to put it back together. Asterisk. The house feels different now, empty. Not just the rooms or the furniture, everything. It's like the walls are closing in on me, suffocating me in a silence that wasn't there before. I didn't expect it to hit so hard, but it does. Every minute, every second. It's all just too quiet. To still, I keep staring at the spot on the couch where Lena used to sit. Her legs curled up beneath her soft laugh filling the room. Now it's just me alone. I can't even bring myself to move the pillows. It feels wrong. Like I'd be erasing the last trace of her, even though she's already gone. I've been avoiding calls. My phone's been buzzing nonstop, but I'm not ready to talk. I can't face anyone. Not yet. I don't want sympathy. Don't want their pity. I can't even handle my own thoughts, let alone anyone else's. Every time I hear the phone ring, I know it's one of them, either my sister or one of my friends, trying to reach out. I don't answer. I don't want to hear it. The apartment's a mess. My clothes are scattered on the floor, some still where I left them last night. The dishes from yesterday are piled up in the sink, but I don't care. It all feels like too much effort. A knock at the door pulls me out of my fog. I can't even bring myself to get up right away. I just sit there, my hand resting on my knee, staring at the door. I know who it is. I don't have to ask, Evan. Jade's voice cracks through the silence. Are you in there? I sigh and stand up slowly. I open the door to find my sister Jade, standing there with her arms crossed. She's trying to look calm, but I can see it in her eyes, the concern, the frustration. She knows what's happening. She knows what I'm going through. But I can't stand it. I can't stand being the one everyone feels sorry for. What do you want? I ask, not trying to hide the irritation in my voice. I'm surprised by how sharp I sound. Jade flinches, but she doesn't step back. I came to check on you, Evan. You've been MIA for days. Everyone's worried. I'm fine, I mutter, my voice coming out more defensive than I intended. I just need some space. She takes a step inside, ignoring me. Space? You've been hiding in here for days? You've got to talk about this, Evan. It's not good for you to keep all this inside. I shake my head, frustrated. What do you want me to say, Jade? That I'm heartbroken? That my whole fucking world just collapsed? Yeah, I get it. I get it. But I don't need a lecture right now. Jade doesn't flinch this time. She crosses her arms, her expression softening. I'm not lecturing you. I'm just worried. You've always been the strong one, the one who holds everything together. But you don't have to do that now. I'm not strong anymore, I snap. She left me. She fucking betrayed me. And I have no idea what to do with any of this. She looks at me for a long time, as if she's searching for something in my face. Evan, she says quietly, it's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to be lost. But shutting everyone out? That's not going to help you. I don't know why, but that hits me harder than I expected. My chest tightens, and I fight the urge to break down. I'm not going to cry. I can't. I won't. I don't know how to deal with this, I admit, my voice lower now. I don't know what to do with this anger or this emptiness. Jade steps forward, her hand reaching out to rest on my shoulder. You don't have to figure it all out right now. You just have to breathe. Take it one day at a time. We'll figure it out. I look at her, her face full of concern, but I still feel alone. I shake my head. I don't want to figure it out. I want her back. I know, she says softly, but she's not coming back, Evan. You can't keep holding on to that. It'll tear you apart. Tear me apart. That's exactly how I feel. I don't know who I am without her, I whisper. Jade's eyes soften, and she pulls me into a hug. You're still you. You'll figure it out. I stand there, my arms at my sides, too tired to hold her back. She's right, though. I don't know who I am anymore. I feel like I'm just a shell of the man I used to be. There's no strength left in me. Just this hollow pain that keeps gnawing away at my insides. I'm sorry, I say finally, my voice breaking. I'm sorry I've been shutting you out. I get it, she says, pulling away and giving me a small smile. But you don't have to do this alone. You've got me. And for the first time in days, I let myself feel something other than the crushing weight of loneliness. Maybe I'm not completely alone. Maybe, just maybe, I don't have to carry all this by myself. Thanks, Jade, I murmur. But I don't feel strong enough to say anything more. She nods and squeezes my shoulder before stepping back toward the door. I'll check in tomorrow. But Evan, let me help. I watch her leave, then close the door behind her. The silence returns, but this time, it doesn't feel quite as suffocating. It's still there, still heavy. But there's a tiny sliver of hope, a reminder that maybe, just maybe, I can crawl my way out of this darkness. I can't stop thinking about it. Every time I close my eyes, it's there, the picture of Lena and Mark, her face, her smile, all of it meant for him. I can't let it go. Every little detail, every word I heard, nothing makes sense. I need answers. I need to know everything. I dig into Lena's work emails. It's wrong. I know it's wrong, but I can't help myself. I need to see the truth for what it is. I spend hours scrolling through her messages, her work schedule, everything. I find more than I expect. There it is, plain as day. A message from Mark. From months ago, I can't wait to see you tonight. Let's make it special. The words hit me like a slap. The betrayal, the lies, it's all there. My stomach churns as I keep reading, unable to stop myself. How could she do this to me? How could I have been so blind? I slam the laptop shut, but the anger doesn't go away. I can't stop thinking about Mark. Who is he? What makes him so special? I need to find him. I need to understand what happened. The next day I show up at the coffee shop near Lena's office. I don't even know why I'm here, but I need answers. I'm standing in line when I see him, Mark, sitting at a table laughing with some other woman. I almost choke on my own breath. That's him. The man who took everything from me. I walk over without thinking. Mark, I say, my voice shaking. We need to talk. He looks up, his smile fading. Can I help you? I don't care about being polite. I'm not here for that. You're the reason my wife is gone. I want to know everything. Every detail of your little affair with her. His expression hardens. He glances around, clearly uncomfortable. Listen, I don't know what you think you know. No. I cut him off, stepping closer. You listen. I've seen the messages. I know what you did. So stop pretending like you're some innocent guy. You're not. Mark stands up, his chair scraping against the floor. You don't know anything, he snaps, his eyes narrowing. You don't know the first thing about me or what's been going on? I know everything, I say, my voice cold. I know you've been sleeping with my wife. I know you've been lying to her. So don't try to act like you're some victim in all of this. He steps back, clearly rattled, but I can see the anger rising in him too. He glances around again before speaking. This isn't the place for this, man. If you want to talk, we can do it somewhere else. Don't you dare tell me when and where I can talk to you. You don't get to control this, I growl. You took something from me, Mark. You think I'm just going to walk away from that? I never meant for things to go this far, he says, his voice low. It's not as simple as you're making it out to be. Bullshit, I snap. You knew exactly what you were doing. Every time you kissed her, every time you held her hand, you knew what you were taking from me. Mark's face twists with frustration. You don't get it? You don't know what she was like. She was miserable with you. I don't want to hear it. I can't. She wasn't miserable with me, I say through gritted teeth. You were just there, waiting for your chance. And you took it, he sighs, looking away for a moment before meeting my gaze again. Look, Evan, I'm not proud of what happened, okay? But it happened. She came to me. She's the one who I don't let him finish. You don't get to make her the victim here. You had a choice, and you made it. And now, look at where we are. My head is spinning. The more I hear, the worse it gets. The betrayal was bad enough, but hearing Mark justify it only makes it worse. The rage inside me keeps growing, consuming me, and I don't know how much longer I can hold it back. You don't deserve her, I say, my voice dark. You never did. He takes a step back and I can see the tension in his posture. But instead of fighting, instead of arguing, he just nods. I'm sorry, okay? But it's too late for apologies. It's done. I turn away, not wanting to hear anything else. I don't need your apology. I need justice. I leave the coffee shop feeling colder than ever. The pieces of the puzzle are falling into place, but they only make the picture uglier. The lies, the manipulation, the deceit, it all runs deeper than I realized, and now I can't walk away. I can't let it go. Something inside me is changing. I want justice. I want revenge. I need to make them pay. The pain is still there, but it's different now. It's not just sorrow, it's fire, and it's burning inside me, ready to be unleashed. Asterisk, I can feel it inside. Me, the anger. The need for something more than just this emptiness. The day Lena walked out, she took more than just my wife. She took the part of me that believed in people, the part that trusted. I can't let it go. Not now. Not ever. I've spent too many nights staring at the ceiling, wondering where I went wrong. But now I'm done asking myself those questions. I've decided it's time to take control. Time to stop being the victim. I'm done feeling sorry for myself. I throw myself into my workouts. It starts as a way to release some of the rage, but quickly it becomes my obsession. I hit the gym every day, lifting, running, pushing myself to the limit. I'm not just working out my body, I'm working out my mind. I want to feel strong again, powerful, like I can take on anything that comes my way. And, slowly, I start to change. At work, I'm different too. I throw myself into my projects with an intensity I've never had before. I find myself excelling, surpassing targets I never thought possible. People begin to notice my boss, my colleagues. They start to give me more responsibility, more respect. I can feel the shift. The power, the control I thought I'd lost is creeping back. I'm starting to build something again, something of my own. I'm not just a guy whose wife cheated on him anymore. I'm someone to be respected, someone who's in control. One morning, as I'm leaving work, I run into Gina, a colleague from the marketing department. She's a few years older than me, sharp, confident. I don't know why, but she seems to notice me now, like something's changed in me. Like she sees the shift in my energy. Evan, she says, her voice warm but with a hint of curiosity. You've been working late a lot? Everything okay? I force a smile, leaning against the wall of the building. Yeah, just busy. You know how it is. She raises an eyebrow, studying me. I've seen you around here more than usual. You're pushing yourself pretty hard. I don't know why, but something about her makes me want to be honest. I'm trying to get my life back together. It's not easy. Her expression softens, and she steps closer, folding her arms. I get it. Believe me, I've been there. But you don't have to do it alone, you know. I look at her, surprised by the empathy in her eyes. I didn't expect this from her. Gina's always been the professional type, always business, but now she seems different. Maybe she's the one person who gets it. I didn't think I could let anyone in. But I don't know. It feels like I'm starting to change in ways I'm not sure I understand yet. She nods slowly. That's normal. People change. But you don't have to push everyone away while you're doing it. I let out a small laugh, the weight on my chest lifting just a little. I didn't know I was pushing anyone away. Gina smiles. You'd be surprised. But, look, if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here. We don't have to be just colleagues, right? There's a pause as I think about her offer. I'm not sure if I'm ready to let anyone in yet. But for the first time in a while, the idea doesn't feel like a threat. Thanks, Gina. I might take you up on that. Yes. She gives me a small, knowing smile before walking away, leaving me standing there. Feeling something I haven't felt in a long time. Hope. Later that night, I sit down with a notebook and start planning. I'm not just rebuilding my life, I'm taking control. I know what I need to do. Mark's life, Lena's life, they're about to fall apart. Slowly, methodically. I'm not going to rush it. No, this is about precision, about letting them feel the consequences of what they've done. The pain they've caused me will be felt by them too. But right now, it's not about revenge. Not yet. Right now, it's about me. About becoming the man I need to be to handle everything that's coming. Every lie, every betrayal, they've set the stage. Now it's my turn to make my move. As I sit back in my chair, I finally feel it. Power. The power I've been missing. It's returning, slowly but surely, and it's all mine. I'm not the same guy I was when Lena walked out that door. I'm stronger. And I'm just getting started. I've never felt this strong before. Every day, I see the progress. Physically, mentally. The gym's become my sanctuary, my escape. My body's changing. My mind's sharper. I'm starting to feel like the man I was supposed to be. The man who won't let anyone walk over him again, but lately, something's been off. I catch myself staring at my phone late at night. Scrolling through Mark and Lena's social media profiles, I'm looking for something. A crack. A sign that they're slipping. I want to see them fall. And maybe that's the problem. I can feel it. A weight growing in my chest every time I think about the revenge I've been planning. I'm not just angry anymore. I'm obsessed. The idea of taking them down, making them feel what I felt, it's consuming me. And it's starting to take its toll. The first sign comes when I get a call from Jade. "Evan," she says, her voice soft. "We need to talk." I rub my eyes, trying to shake the exhaustion off. "What's up?" She doesn't waste time. "You've been distant. I get it, but you're not the same person anymore. You're different." I roll my eyes, frustrated. "I'm fine, Jade." "Really?" "No, you're not," she shoots back. "I'm worried. You're closing everyone out. You're so focused on this revenge, and I don't know what it's doing to you." Her words sting, even though I know she's right. "I'm just trying to get my life together. You're trying to destroy theirs," she says. "Is that really the way to heal?" I bite my lip, holding back the anger that's bubbling up. "You don't understand, Jade. You don't get what they did to me. I don't get it." Her voice cracks with hurt. "You've been like a stranger to me. You're throwing everything away for this idea of revenge. It's not going to make you feel better, Evan. It's going to destroy you." I want to yell at her to tell her to mind her own business, but instead, I feel something inside of me shift. Maybe it's guilt. Maybe it's the truth hitting too hard. I'm not the person I was. "Jade, and I don't know if I ever can be again," I whisper. She doesn't say anything for a moment, then speaks softly. "You're more than this, Evan. You always were. Please don't lose yourself." I hang up without saying another word, and the silence that follows feels unbearable. Jade's words cling to me, gnawing at my mind. I thought I was getting stronger, but now I feel hollow. It's as if every step I take towards revenge is a step further away from who I used to be. The next morning, I wake up early to a meeting at work. I've been throwing myself into my projects, but lately, even success feels empty. The praise from my boss feels like nothing more than noise. It's all just a distraction. Nothing fills the void inside me as I sit in the meeting. I can't help but notice how everything is starting to feel the same. Empty. I'm chasing this idea of justice, of making them feel the pain I've felt, but it's never enough. Every success at work, every compliment at all feels meaningless. Gina notices. "You don't seem like yourself today," she says quietly after the meeting, her eyes flicking to mine. "Everything okay?" I force a smile, but it doesn't reach my eyes. "Just tired, that's all." She watches me for a moment, clearly sensing something's off. "You've been working non-stop? Maybe you need a break." Shake my head, my chest tight with frustration. "I don't need a break. I need to get this right." She tilts her head, her voice gentle. "Right, Evan, you've been driving yourself crazy with this. You're losing yourself in it." I grit my teeth. I'm not losing myself. I'm taking control again. Taking control. She repeats softly, stepping closer. "This isn't control, Evan. This is you trying to fill a hole with something that's never going to work." I turn away, feeling the heat rise in my chest. "I'm doing what I need to do." "You don't understand." "I do understand," she says, her voice firm now. "You're hurting, but revenge won't fix it." I shake my head, frustration bubbling up. "What else am I supposed to do, Gina?" Let them get away with it? Not get away with it. Just move on. Heal. It'll never bring you peace, you know. She's right. I know she is. But I can't stop. I can't let it go. I walk away, the weight of her words pressing down on me. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Every part of me is torn. I want to move on, to be better. But this anger, this need for revenge, won't let me. Maybe Jade's right. Maybe this path is destroying me. But the thought of stopping, of forgiving them, no. I can't. I'm not sure I even know how, and so I keep walking down the dark path. Even if I don't know where it will lead, asterisk, I never thought I'd be standing here looking at Lena like this, but here I am. The last time I saw her, I was furious, heartbroken, and lost. I don't feel anything like that. I take a deep breath and knock on the door to her apartment. She doesn't even need to ask who it is. I can see the surprise in her eyes when she opens the door, her hand frozen on the doorknob. For a moment, there's nothing but silence between us. "What are you doing here, Evan?" she asks, her voice shaky, as though she already knows what's coming. I stare at her, not with anger, but with something else, something colder. "I need to talk to you." Lena doesn't step aside immediately, but after a beat, she opens the door wider, letting me in. I notice how the apartment still feels like hers, soft, warm. It almost hurts to be here, but I keep my composure. "I don't know what to say," she starts, wringing her hands nervously. "I never meant for it to happen, Evan. I was lost. I made a huge mistake." Her voice wavers, but I can see the tears welling up in her eyes. I'm not moved. "Not anymore. You didn't make a mistake, Lena. You made a choice." I pause, watching her face, her lips trembling as she struggles to find the right words. "You chose him over me. Over everything we built." She takes a step toward me, desperate, like she's searching for some way to fix this, to make it right. I was confused. I was lonely, and I stop. I interrupt, holding up a hand. "I don't want your excuses. I don't need them." I feel the tightness in my chest, but I don't let it show. "I've known everything for a while now, Lena. About Mark. About how long it's been going on." Her eyes widen, and she stumbles back, shocked. "You knew?" How doesn't matter how I knew. Keep my voice calm, controlled, not like the man I was before. The only thing that matters is that I'm not angry anymore. I don't want to fight. I'm done with that. She looks at me like she's seeing a stranger. I don't understand. You're not angry? After everything? I shake my head slowly, meeting her gaze without flinching. "No, I'm not angry. I'm just done." She takes another step closer, her voice pleading now. "Please, Evan, please. Just forgive me. I was weak, and I made a terrible mistake. I love you. I swear. I've always loved you. Please," but her words fall flat. I've heard them all before, and they mean nothing now. "I can't forgive you," I say quietly. "Not because I'm holding on to the past, but because I've finally let go. I don't need your apology. I don't need anything from you anymore." She stands there, frozen, as though she doesn't know what to do with herself. The woman who once held my world in her hands is now just a stranger. I don't feel anything for her anymore. "I know you're sorry," I add, my voice softer, but firm. "But I don't need your forgiveness either. I've spent too long letting this consume me, but I'm done with it. I'm done with all of it." Her face crumbles, and she reaches out as though to touch me, but I step back. I can't do this anymore. I can't let her have any more power over me. I'm leaving. "Lena," I say, the words finally feeling like a weight lifting off my chest. "And I'm not coming back." I turn to walk away, feeling the finality of it settle in. It should hurt. It should tear me apart. But instead, it feels like I'm stepping into a new chapter. The person I was, the person I thought I needed to be, he's gone now. As I step out of the door and into the hallway, I feel the world shift just a little bit. The anger, the hurts, all there in the past now, somewhere behind me. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know if I'll ever get back to the man I was, but I know one thing. I'm no longer defined by her. I'm no longer defined by the past, for the first time in months. I feel like I'm standing on my own 2 feet, like I can finally breathe again. And as I walk away, I make a promise to myself. I'm done looking back. It's time to move on. Time to heal. Time to find the man I've been losing all along. It's been a few months since I walked out of Lena's apartment, and I can honestly say this feels different. I'm different. I've spent enough time in the dark, and now I'm finally stepping into the light. I'm standing in front of my mirror, adjusting my tie. The reflection staring back at me isn't the broken man who walked through that door, begging for answers. No, this guy. This guy looks like he's ready to take on the world. I've been focusing on the things that matter again, things that I neglected while I was so caught up in anger. Work, my passions, the gym. I've poured myself into them like I never have before. And the results? They're starting to show. I walk into the office, and people notice. Gina, who's been a quiet presence in my life lately, catches my eye and gives me a small smile. "You're looking sharp, Evan," she says, her tone light but warm. "Business meetings going well?" I nod, feeling a shift inside me. I've started getting more opportunities, more attention. It's like I'm finally being seen for who I truly am, not the broken man I was. Yeah, they're good. Things are moving in the right direction. She looks at me for a moment, as if she's studying me. "You've changed," she says quietly, but not in a bad way. It's more of an observation, one I didn't expect to hear. I shrugged, a hint of a smile tugging at the corner of my lips. I guess I have. A lot has changed. I can feel the weight of her gaze, but I don't let it stop me. Instead, I turn to face the door of my office. I'm ready to focus on something that's mine. No more looking over my shoulder at the past. I've learned that the only thing I can control is what's in front of me. As I sit down, I can't help but feel proud. I've been building myself up from nothing, and it's finally starting to feel worth it. The pain, the betrayal, it's still there, lingering in the back of my mind. But it doesn't define me anymore. It's just a part of who I used to be, not who I am now. Lunchtime rolls around, and Gina texts me. "Lunch, I'm free." I hesitate for a moment, but I'm not the guy I was. I've let go of all that fear, the hesitation that kept me isolated. I type back, "Sure, let's go." We meet at a cafe nearby, and it's different than I expected. There's no pressure, no awkwardness, just two people talking over food like it's the most natural thing in the world. We talk about work, about life, and for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm actually living. "You're doing well," Gina says, leaning back in her chair, her voice quieter now. "I mean it, Evan. You're not the guy you were when you first came here." I look at her for a long moment, letting her words sink in. She's right. I've put in the work, rebuilt myself, and now I'm stronger, more complete. I'm starting to realize that, I say, the truth settling in my chest. It took me a long time to get here, but I think I'm finally on the right path. She smiles, the kind of smile that tells me she believes in me. "You've always been on the right path. You just needed to see it." I laugh, but it's a genuine laugh. I feel lighter than I've felt in a long time. Yeah, maybe I just needed to stop looking back so much. We continue talking, and for once I'm not worried about what's happened. I'm focused on what's next. I'm not defined by my past anymore. I've learned that healing doesn't happen overnight. But I'm getting there, and as I head back to the office, something inside me shifts again. This time, it's not anger. It's not sadness. It's a quiet, steady confidence. I'm not perfect. I never will be. But I'm me, and that's enough. The man I've become is someone I can respect, and that's all that matters. As I walk through the door to my office, I don't feel the weight of the past dragging me down anymore. I feel light, ready. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I've got everything I need. And that's all I need. Asterisk, I hear about it through the office grapevine first. Mark, the guy who took everything from me, has been acting strange lately. At first, I don't think much of it. It's not my problem anymore, right? But then the whispers start to turn into something real. Gina catches me after a meeting, her face serious. "You've heard about Mark, right?" I raise an eyebrow, not looking at her. "What about him?" She leans in closer, lowering her voice. "He's been fired." Just like that. His whole department's been let go, and word is he's been doing some shady things with company money. It's all over the office. I can't help the grin that tugs at the corners of my mouth. My first instinct is to feel satisfied, like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. Justice, right? That's interesting, I say, trying to sound casual. But inside I'm already feeling something different. A sense of relief. I can't lie, I've been watching them from a distance. Not in an obsessive way. More like someone who's already moved on, but can't help but watch the consequences unfold. I don't want to get involved, but part of me can't look away. Over the next few days, it's all anyone talks about. Mark's reputation starts to crumble. He's been caught doing shady deals with clients, and his colleagues aren't backing him up. It's like the world is slowly peeling away the layers of his carefully constructed lie. The same way my life unraveled after Lena's betrayal, Lena's been trying to fix things too. I hear her making phone calls, talking to HR, but it's all too late. The damage is done. One afternoon, I see her standing outside the office building, looking down at her phone with a tight expression. She doesn't see me at first, and I almost walk past her, but something makes me stop. Something makes me wait. She finally looks up, and her eyes meet mine. There's nothing left in them. No anger, no pleading, just emptiness. She doesn't say anything. Neither do I. It's funny. I thought I'd feel something. Anger, sadness, anything but all. I feel is nothing. She opens her mouth like she's going to speak, but I shake my head. Don't, I say. I don't want to hear it. I'm done. She stares at me for a long moment, and I can see the weight of her regret. But I don't care. She's lost her chance. I walk away, feeling the smallest bit of triumph, but mostly just indifference. They're getting exactly what they deserve. Weeks pass, and Mark's career is in ruins. The company publicly distances itself from him. I watch it all unfold from the sidelines, knowing I don't have to lift a finger. Karma's doing its work. I've learned that some things take care of themselves. Lena's left picking up the pieces of her own broken life. I hear that she's been trying to make amends with people, but the truth has come out. No one trusts her anymore, not after everything. She's left with the mess she created, and I can't bring myself to feel sorry for her. I'm done. I've moved on, and they're no longer my concern. I focus on my life, my goals, my future. The anger, the pain, it's all fading, replaced by something else. Peace. In the end, I don't need to exact revenge. It's all happening without me. Watching it unfold, I realize something. I'm free. They're not, and that's enough. Asterisk. It's funny how life shifts when you stop looking back. For the first time in a long time, I'm waking up to something I never thought I'd feel again: peace. Not just the quiet, distant kind of peace, but the kind that comes from within. The kind where you finally know that everything you've been through wasn't in vain. I sit at my desk, cup of coffee in my hand, looking over a project proposal for work. I'm not rushing through it. I'm savoring the moments of success that come with hard work. This is what it's all about. This is what I've been building toward, and for the first time, I can say it's real. A knock at the door breaks me from my thoughts. I look up to see Gina standing there, a grin on her face. Got a minute? I motion to the chair across from me. Always for you. She sits down, the energy between us comfortable, familiar. She's been a steady presence in my life lately. I can't help but appreciate the way she's been. There are no pressure, no expectations. Just her, offering friendship when I needed it the most. I wanted to ask you something, she says, her tone serious now. You've been doing so well lately, I've noticed. It's like you're different. You're more you than I've ever seen before. I hold up my hand, stopping her. I know what you're going to say, Gina, and honestly, you're right. I've changed. I lean back in my chair, my fingers tapping on the desk. But it's not about what happened with Lena or Mark anymore. It's about me. All of this, everything I've been doing, it's for me, not because of what anyone else did. I had to learn that. She looks at me for a long moment, her gaze softening. I've always known there was more to you than the guy who walked in here all those months ago. I guess I just never knew you had it in you. I didn't know either, I admit. But somewhere along the way, I stopped letting my past define me. I found purpose in things that have nothing to do with what I lost. She smiles, and it feels genuine, not the forced smiles I used to give when I was drowning in anger and bitterness. It's a pretty damn good feeling, huh? I laugh, nodding. Yeah, it is. Gina leans forward, her expression turning more serious again. I know you've been through a lot, Evan, but I'm really proud of you. You've come so far. The words hit me harder than I expected. I don't know if I've really stopped to think about how far I've come, but hearing her say it, something inside me shifts. A weight lifts. You know, I didn't think I could get here, I say, my voice softer now. I thought I'd always be defined by that pain. But I've realized that the only way to truly heal is to stop trying to fix things that can't be fixed. I had to rebuild. Not just my life, but myself. Gina looks at me, her eyes full of understanding. And you did it. You found your way. I nod, feeling a warmth spread through me. I did, and it's funny it wasn't about making them pay. It wasn't about revenge or making things right. It was about making peace with myself. And when I finally did that, everything else just fell into place. She leans back in her chair, smiling. I think you're finally free, Evan. The words hang in the air between us, and I feel it, the freedom. The sense that I'm no longer tethered to my past. The chains that held me down for so long have finally been broken. I'm not the man who is betrayed anymore. I'm the man I was always meant to be. I don't think I need to be angry anymore, I say quietly. I think I just need to live. Gina stands up, her smile wide now. I think that's the best decision you've ever made. She walks out of my office. I sit back in my chair, feeling a quiet sense of pride. I'm no longer running from my past. I've faced it, dealt with it, and I've come out the other side stronger. I can feel the hope growing inside me, steady pulse reminding me that the future is mine to shape. For the first time in a long time, I look ahead, not behind. And for the first time, I don't feel like something's missing. Everything I need is right here, right now, and that's enough.